Hi everyone, we're Team 5, which consists of me, Yifeng, Xinyao, Yixiao, Scarlett, and Huiying. The topic we're going to argue today is why should sanitation and housekeeping be part of the wellness offerings? So, sanitation is something ubiquitous and essential to our life. Actually, most people have been part of a sanitation program from as early as primary school but may not have recognized it. As children, we were directed to clean our rooms, put our clothes away, wash our dishes, and do other dreaded chores. These are all considered as sanitation in our daily life. From a company's perspective, however, not only does sanitation help prevent bacteria that have the potential to negatively impact health conditions, but it also creates a sense of responsibility towards employees as well as customers. Housekeeping, on the other hand, can promote a feeling of safety, comfort, and enjoyment. Together, if well applied, sanitation and housekeeping can bring real values to companies, like increased efficiency, nice impression, and higher reputation, all contribute to a higher level of competitiveness. So, we are here to urge companies to include sanitation and housekeeping as part of their general wellness offerings. And we're also urging customers like us to understand the importance of these factors. Now we're going to switch gears to my teammates to further delve into the importance and benefits of the presence of sanitation and housekeeping services with examples across industries.
Hi, this is Scarlett. I'm gonna talk about the importance of sanitation from the employee side. Appropriate sanitation condition decreases incidence of sick employees, which can increase the efficiency and therefore generate more profit for a company. So why should the hospitality industry keep their workplace hygienic? The biggest reason comes to prevent illness. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, productivity losses due to absenteeism cost employers as much as 22.8 billion annually. The majority of the absenteeism is due to the illness. Poor sanitation in the workplace might be the main culprit. Every company, especially the hospitality industry, should pay attention to. Poor sanitation is linked to transmission of disease, such as cholera. The disease and the illness always lowers one's efficiency to a great extent, since fever and the discomfort inhibit thinking and productivity. Meanwhile, they can't give a radiant look as the company's image show to the customers. Furthermore, an unhygienic workplace packed with bacteria means that everyone is a potential carrier of the disease, which can be spread to anyone who comes in contact with the person who is infected, especially the employees and customers, even creating a mini epidemic. The spread of COVID-19 might be the lesson paid for with blood. Apart from disease and illness, a clean work environment can greatly influence an employee's satisfaction at work. Happy and content workers are productive and driven to do their jobs well. Last but not least, the hygiene of the workplace shows the company's image. The first impression is the last impression. Employees are not the only ones roaming around the office. Clients, suppliers, and investors sometimes pay a visit as well. Poor workplace can create hygiene can create a negative first impression for your company. Accordingly, as the management of the hotel or the food industry, we should be aware of the significance of the hygiene in the workplace, such as installing handy sanitizers in order to keep employees productive and effective. Now let's introduce the Yixiao to talk about the importance of sanitation from the customer side.
So, why does sanitation and housekeeping mean so much to the customers? For the customers, sanitation has always been the most concernable factor of a guest to choose a hotel. When I look through some comments and on the website that guests write about hotel, cleaning has been the word that appears most frequently. For a lot of us, when we go into a hotel room, whether this room is tidy or not can always determine our first impression of this hotel. After having a hard day working or a happy day traveling, the guests want the hotel rooms they stay in the night to be as comfortable as their homes. What customers don't want is that they have to do housekeeping by themselves with an exhausted body. What's more, as people have different demands, some hotel rooms may need extra sanitation. For example, people who want to smoke and the guests who have pets with them may require extra cleaning in their rooms. They just want their rooms to be clean enough. However, as nowadays some hotels are coming up with more ideas to improve and perfect their facilities to entertain their customers, they ignore the importance of good sanitation. Recently, with the spread of COVID-19 blocks people's step of going out for fun, the frequency of people traveling and staying at hotel falls. To attract more people to come and stay, a lot of hotels improve their sanitation quality in their hotels to provide the guests with a safer and more comfortable experience. I think this is a good start of restoring the standard of sanitation in the hotels. Hopefully, after this difficult time, people could have a better experience staying at a hotel. Thank you. Now let's move on to the next topic.
This is Hui Yintao, and I'm going to talk about the importance of sanitation in the food industry. Sanitation, hygiene, and cleanliness are the most important aspects in the food industry and restaurant. Despite how good the food tastes like, customers will not want to come back to your business again if your food is not clean. Kitchen sanitation, food safety, and an attitude for a cleaner eating environment are some serious problems that the business should deal with. If businesses don't take sanitation seriously, they will lose customers and ruin their brand's images. Nowadays, most of the food businesses are rated with a letter grade of how clean the restaurant is. A better grade will certainly attract more customers and make them feel safe when enjoying their food. Employees are more productive when they work in habitable areas. With sanitation in restaurants, they have the mood to work more and serve customers decently. Moreover, an unorganized and messy kitchen might lead to more serious problems such as the kitchen fire and food poisoning. That's why restaurants should have serious guidelines and rules for employees to follow, and have safety and sanitation inspections regularly, especially during the time of COVID-19. Restaurants should put more measures to keep the restaurants clean and sanitized. For example, most of the restaurants we see provide hand sanitizers to customers to minimize infections. Some restaurants even limit the number of people that can sit in one table and separate the customers as far as possible. We think that sanitation is the key for a restaurant's reputation and success.
In conclusion, good sanitation conditions keep the workplaces from incidents of sick employees, which promotes operational efficiency. In the hotel industry, housekeeping service is one of the most important responsibilities towards customers. No proper housekeeping and sanitation, no guarantee for the health of customers. Besides, sanitation is also a core precise requirement for the food and beverage industry as well. Then, how to keep sound housekeeping? In other words, what is the solution for controlling challenges in hospitality, sanitation, and wellness? There are three different aspects to notice. To the chef, it's their job to keep the food fresh and clean so that customers' meal safety can be guaranteed. Meanwhile, freshness and cleanness of foods are the most basic elements of cooking. Other than that, employees in restaurants and hotels should be required to take health examinations annually to make sure they do not spread an illness to customers. Last but not least, general managers should implement a daily pre-service health inspection system. For instance, they need to set rules for wearing clean work clothes, masks, and work hats when operating. These items should be included into a specific sanction stipulation in the hotels and restaurants. Meanwhile, general managers should monitor every room's sanitation and housekeeping frequently. Sanitation and housekeeping is the first task for all staff to do in the serving fields, especially in hospitality industry. Only when we take useful measures to control it strictly can the healthy conditions of customers be guaranteed well. That's all for our group's TED Talk presentation. Thank you for watching.